Hey, how's it going everyone? In this video, we will be rewriting some of the code for our calculator from the previous video. This process is called refactoring, and basically the idea is to rewrite some code that we have already written to make it better. With that, let's get started. Now this is fine for now, but one thing that I don't like is if we enter an invalid operator, it still asks us for the first and second number. We could probably improve this to say that if it's not valid, then don't ask us for first and second number, go straight to the invalid operator message. So what we can do is, before we ask for this first and second num, you can just put this part of the code up here. So what we want to do is we say if operator not equal to plus and operator not equal to minus and operator not equal to times and operator not equal to divide and operator minus 1, although we don't really have to check this because this is being checked in the while loop here, so we can skip this part. We want to say this, else we need to do all these calculations. So I'll just do that and I'll remove the else down here. This in as well. Okay. So essentially, if the operator is not minus 1, we check if it is a plus, minus, multiply, divide. If it's not, we say invalid operator, then ask for another one. And if it is one of these, then we just ask for two numbers. Based on the operator, do the calculation and print the result. Then ask for another operator and continue until the user enters minus 1, in which case we exit. If I run my code, let's enter an operator. Let's enter 5 for the operator. We get invalid operator. Please try again. Let's enter 6. Once again invalid, so let's enter plus. First number 3, second number 2. We got 3 plus 2 is 5. Let's enter an invalid operator. Same thing, we got a message, so let's enter divide. 5, 2, 2.5, and it keeps going until I enter minus 1, at which point it says thank you for using Melbit calculator. Now this is great, it works. Now we don't really need this continue line because since this part is in an else statement, after this if is executed, the code is already going to go to the while loop by itself. So we don't really need this continue anymore. Yep, so essentially it's going to check if it's a valid operator. If it's not, it's going to tell us that it's invalid and to enter an operator again. And now since this if executed, all this is going to be skipped, the else part, and it's going to go back to checking if the operator is minus 1. Another thing we can do is we can actually remove this line from here and here. Since they are the same, since this and this line is the same, we can actually get rid of it from the if statement and just put it down here outside of the if. The reason I did that is because this line is part of both the if and the else condition. Since it appears in both, instead of writing it twice, I can just put it out. So now if it's an invalid operator, it's going to print invalid operator, please try again, and then it's going to come down here asking for another operator, back to the while loop. If we enter a valid operator, so this is false, so it's going to come to the else, it's going to ask for two numbers, calculation, result, and then it's going to ask for an operator, at which point it's going to check if the operator is valid. Cool, so let's just see that. Let's say plus 3, 5, we get 8, and let's just say 6. It says invalid operator, please try again. 5, invalid operator, plus first number 9 to 11. -1 exit. Now this works. One small improvement we can do is we can actually just comment out this if and rewrite it as if op in as a list supply all of our operators. So I can say that minus multiply and divide. Put a line here just so it's easier to see. And now this will basically check if this operator is in this list. Now we want to say invalid operator if it is not in this list. So I'll just say not here. If operator not in the list, then you want to say invalid operator. Otherwise you want to run this code. So this is fine, but to take it one step further, what I'll do is I'll just create a list up here to say valid operators, and I'll put these operators in there, right? And then I can say if operator not in valid operators. And there's just a slightly better way of structuring our code. Now whenever we add more operators into our program, let's say modulus or something else that you wish to add later on, you can just add it to this list, and our code is going to check for the operator's validity by itself, since we are using the list to check if the operator is valid here. So that completes our simple calculator. Feel free to add further features or make improvements as you see fit. We have one more video in this series where I'll show you how to structure this program, and that'll be the end of the series. Thanks for watching and happy coding.